With 49er players showing up to OTAs today with media on hand, we knew that all eyes were going to be on these two guys, but we did get a bit of a surprise in Juwan Jennings getting a 2-year contract extension with $10.5 million guaranteed. Fans were very happy about that. We did a live right after. People were super, super psyched. But as we were doing that live, we also found out kind of the status update of the attendance record with Christian McCaffrey and Brandon Aiyuk. Again, it's voluntary OTAs. Neither of these guys showed up today. There was no Christian McCaffrey and there was no Brandon Aiyuk. I don't think this is any cause for concern or alarm. We are still trying to wait and see what it all really means. With Brandon Aiyuk, we know he's in the middle of a contract negotiation. Don't expect him to show up to anything until that deal gets done. So that includes mandatory minicamp. I am not going to hold my breath that BA will be there. So we will continue to operate as such. If he shows up, great. But also with Christian McCaffrey, that's where we're really paying attention to. Obviously, it was a great story last year that Christian McCaffrey was at OTAs and participating and seemingly being like the Energizer Bunny out there on the practice field. He was one of the, feel-good stories of last year's OTA period. But this year, he's not to be found. Now, we have heard reports that he's getting married soon, and this could be a correlation or relation to him getting married and getting prepared and doing those things. But I also do think at the same time, even if that is true, I think it was Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk who said, yeah, he might be getting ready to get married, but that doesn't mean he doesn't want to get a raise either. So we don't have official word is essentially where we're at. We don't know what is totally driving the absence. There are assumptions, I think, right now on both sides. And I think that's just the best way to put it is everything right now about why Christian McCaffrey isn't at OTAs. It's all assumption. So until we get any further details, I think it's an is what it is situation because, again, it is voluntary. So what we're on the lookout for is next week during mandatory minicamp that starts on June 4th. That is the kind of next target point for Christian McCaffrey specifically. Of course, Brandon Aiyuk as well. But like I said, I don't expect him to show up to anything until he gets a deal done. So CMC, will he show up for mandatory minicamp? Because it is mandatory. So that remains to be seen. That's our next target point in this situation. Until then, we'll just continue to monitor the situation as we always do. So anything to freak out about right now? I don't think so. We'll just continue to see how this plays out. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.